I'm back. Road Rants for Black and White Sports. Earlier, my partner in crime, John Matrix, put up a video reporting that Tony Romo inked a massive $17 million a year deal. Well, fallout from that deal is starting. ESPN tried to hire Tony Romo. Okay, this is from Pro Football Talk and by way of the New York Post. ESPN moves on with, quote, alternative plans to remake the Monday Night Football booth. ESPN had hoped to hire Tony Romo as the new Monday Night Football analyst. With Romo staying put at CBS, ESPN will move on to Plan B. Andrew Marchand of the New York Post reports that ESPN has alternative plans for the Monday Night Football booth. Per Marchand, the first call will likely be made to Peyton Manning, whose relationship with ESPN expanded in 2019 to include Peyton's places on ESPN+. If Peyton once again declines, yeah, he's been offered it in the past, and maybe the $17 million per year will get his attention, ESPN will move on to Plan C. Regardless, it still feels like a major change is coming to Monday nights, especially since the broadcast will be changing producers. Last year, Joe Tessitore handled play-by-play and Booger McFarland served as analyst. In 2018, McFarland roamed the sideline alongside Tessitore and a god-awful Jason Witten. And for the record, I like Jason Witten, but in fairness, that guy had self-awareness. He knew he wasn't good, and he went back to playing. So I give him credit for recognizing that. It's really odd because I liked Tessitore on college. I liked Sean McDonough on college. Couldn't stand either one of them doing NFL. It's weird how that happens. Okay, some guys are just made for certain lanes, right? Monday Night Football has been sort of a dumpster fire in the booth, especially since Gruden left. But it really started with Mike Tirico leaving. Tirico and Gruden were great. I listened to a lot of different podcasts. Ryan Russillo, Bill Simmons, John Middlecoff, a lot of guys tied in with the NFL. MMQB Albert Breer. And word has it, I've heard from various sources on those podcasts, the NFL is essentially putting ESPN on notice. They hate the way Monday Night Football has been handled. And as the next TV deal approaches, they want Monday Night Football moved back to ABC, where it belongs. I believe it belongs on free TV too. That's where it began. That's where Monday Night Football always felt like it was at home. Okay, and they thought ESPN got big enough that they could move it to ESPN, and something just happened when that move from broadcast to cable took place with Monday Night Football. The other thing that's going to be on the table is going to be flex scheduling for Monday nights. They don't know if they can pull it off. They don't know how it's going to work. But evidently the NFL has sent out notifications to all the clubs saying, we want this to happen. What do the teams need to have in place? Because we want the ability to move one of the hot shot games from Sunday over to Monday night, just like Sunday Night Football does. Yes, that runs into all kinds of logistical problems for fans. I get that. But I understand why they're doing it. Because there's too many, yikes, Cincinnati Bengals at Cleveland Browns week 11 on Monday Night Football, and that does not make for great TV necessarily. Now, next year, Baker versus Joe Burrow, that might be a pretty good watch. But lately, it hadn't been a great watch, okay? And I'm not trying to take shots at those teams. I'm just trying to use examples of what can be bad football, okay? You tell me what you think. Are they going to get Peyton? Here's an interesting name I'm going to throw out to you that's going to shock everybody. But he was on Saturday Night Live once, and he killed it. Eli Manning. You're like, whoa, he's got the personality of a wet sock. Eli was surprisingly good and had a lot of personality on Saturday Night Live. And you never know. I think they thought they might get Phillip Rivers, but Phillip Rivers is going to play another year or two. So that's not going to happen. And I think the NFL wants this Monday night broadcast to get better next year. I don't blame them. It sucks right now. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.